Guys, what's going on? So, did you get COVID yet? Well, according to the experts, we're all going to get it at some point. Every single one of us is going to be exposed to it, and we're going to have it, and we're going to have to get over it, and we're either going to be symptomatic or asymptomatic. But they're telling us now it's a fact of life that each and every one of us are going to get it at some point. So I was talking to a good friend of mine who just got over it. He had it, he was banged up for a couple of weeks, he had some symptoms, and he's actually now back to work, and he's generally feeling better. Most of the symptoms are gone, but the problem is he's been trying to work out again, and it's really not working out. His endurance isn't there. He actually gets short of breath just doing day-to-day stuff, and then when he tries to exercise and exert himself, it's totally not there. He doesn't have the wind, he doesn't have the endurance, he doesn't have the strength in his body, and he's getting really frustrated with it, understandably so. Last year, back in I think it was the spring of 2021, my daughter wound up getting COVID, and she had some severe symptoms for a couple of weeks. The symptoms went away, and she's somebody that always works out. She's in pretty good shape, and she tried to get back into her normal exercise routine, and it was almost impossible. You know, said that the first day she tried, she actually rides a Peloton bike pretty regularly, and the first time she tried to get back on that bike, she said she pedaled it for about 5 minutes, and she felt like she just wanted to pass out. You know, it seemed like she was on there for 2 hours, and it was in reality all of 4 or 5 minutes. So that was last year, when this new Omicron variant, before that was even out, before that was the new thing. So apparently they say that the new Omicron variant isn't as severe, okay? And I did a little research on it. Now this virus attacks your respiratory system, and the earlier versions of it, the earlier variants, would actually get down into the lungs, deep into the lung tissue, and really do a number on your lungs. And the reason why they say that this new variant, the Omicron, isn't as severe in most cases is because it doesn't get that far down. It tends to lurk, you know, higher up in the respiratory system, which is why it's more transmissible, because it can, you know, leave the mouth and the nose a lot quicker, obviously, than being deep down in the body. So apparently that's why they're saying that the sickness and the symptoms generally aren't as severe as the earlier variants. Now, that being said, it still is a serious virus that gets into your respiratory system, and your body's trying to fight it off. And it's a real stress on your body. You know, it's calling up the white blood cells, your immune system's working overtime to try and beat this virus, okay? Any type of virus that's in your body, but especially something that's in the respiratory system. So when the obvious symptoms are gone, and you think that you're asymptomatic, your body could still be, and probably is still, fighting it for quite some time. Now, if you turn around and try to exert yourself by doing some heavy cardio routines, HIIT routines, weight training where you're exerting yourself and you need that physical strength, you know, that's a big stress on your body. So your body not only still has that stress of fighting off this virus, but now you're adding the extra stress, the additional stress of the exercise. Now, back in 2021 also, I wound up with I think it was late spring, right before the summertime, I actually wound up with Lyme disease. Now, Lyme is a bacterial infection that doesn't specifically go after your respiratory system, but it's a pretty serious bug, and it runs throughout your whole body. And it really knocked me out for about 2 weeks. I was pretty sick. And I'm very impatient. I'm used to working out, and I didn't like being on my back. And I tried to come back and do what I normally do as far as exercise and just even my daily routine. And I set myself back big time. You know, I tried to a couple of times do some workouts that I'm used to doing, and it just completely floored me. I regressed, and it just didn't work. I didn't have the strength, I didn't have the endurance. My body was still fighting that bug. So if you take someone that's compromised with a severe viral infection, not only is their body run down, but again, like I said before, it's a really bad respiratory infection. So if you try to exert yourself where you need to be breathing heavy, and you need that endurance. It's just your body can't do it. Your body can't do it. So the bottom line is you have to let your body heal. And if anything, when you start to feel a little physically better, in that case, you probably want to do some deep breathing exercises, and just ease your way really slow back into any type of exercise. Nothing, too crazy over the top. I suggested to my buddy just to do maybe some slow, steady state cardio as far as you can go. The minute you hit that wall, when you feel like you can't go anymore, just stop. It's not like when you're perfectly healthy, where you do want to hit that wall and go a little bit further. Sort of like that when you lift weights, that progressive overload. Each time you want to go a little further and further, and that's how you're going to progress. But in this case, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go over that edge, and you don't want to keep pushing your body to where you're going to regress and you might relapse. So you really want to just go nice and slow. And as cliche as it sounds, you have to listen to your body, what your body tells you. Don't push it when you're in this position, because your body is still fighting this. It still is compromised to a degree. Like I said, any type of infection that you get or any type of sickness, listen to your body, come back slow. It'll be there when you get back. You'll have that muscle memory and you'll be able to get back, but you'll be much better served if you let your body heal completely before you jump back in the game. All right, guys, that's about it for now. I appreciate you listening as always, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Have a good day.